when it comes to brewing beer and you're doing it at home and it's like, hey, try this. Am I gonna die? What's in there? What I've read was that when I read this is back in the 90s. There's no known pathogens that can survive in a homebrew if you start with clean source water, hops, barley, and yeast. Even if you get airborne bacteria, as long as you don't have anybody with like ebola stopping by for a brew day or something, it's not gonna make it through the pH that the beer drops down to, except for the yeast and the wild yeast, and it may taste horrible, but it won't kill you. It's just gonna taste awful if a beer spoiler gets in there. Now, if you're brewing and you put bleach instead of water by accident, yeah, you'll die. But if you're responsible and you rinse your sanitizer and you do a clean, thorough job of cleaning your stuff, and you make to the best of your effort, clean homebrew, yeah. When it comes to hitting up a brewery for yeast, it's honestly, I've put the offer out to here in the tap room. I've had conversations with homebrewers. I was like, let me know when you're brewing, and we'll come pull some yeast off the bottom of the tank. But no, I think it's great if you can, as a homebrewer, if you develop a relationship with your local brewery, I don't see why it is a problem to share some of your yeast. One cell creates hundreds of cells, and we pitch 15 gallons in our double trunk, and we get 50 or 60 gallons when we're done, and we can't reuse it all, so it goes off to our the guy that collects our grain. We blend it in with our spent grain to kill it so it doesn't harm the animals, and it goes downstream as feed. But no, it's cool. It's neat to have the opportunity to share your yeast with downstream users.
Let's talk about homebrew woes. My biggest woe right now is I added too much water. I'm gonna have like a watery beer, I think, and it's a lager, so it's gonna be, I don't know.
Wait, you started out with a lager?
Yeah.
I think watery lager is the most popular beer style in this country.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, people love it.
Bud Light?
Yeah, selling 40s, you're golden.
Right? Watery lager, you nailed it.
I got it down.
Yeah,
but
you started with a lager?
why? What should I have started with?
Ale, I mean, maintaining temperature profile of your fermentation.
Yeah? It's easier?
Well, it's closer to like a habitable temperature where you can leave it in your bedroom.
Yeah.
A lager, you have to have a separate fermentation chamber.
We're doing it all in a bucket, basically, but okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have a very estery lager.
Yeah? A little gassy.
No, it's gonna be like a fruit bomb.
Oh. Well, I hope not.
Hey, it's your baseline. You learn, you refine your technique.
Yeah,
That's
move
upward.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What were some woes you guys had when you brewed your first beer?
lack
Way
of
back
information.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just jumped in cold and winged it?
I was working off a library book from 1989, so there really was not a whole lot of information.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of raw materials, not a whole lot of equipment. Like, you just kind of made everything yourself.
How did it turn out? Did it ever?
Didn't discourage me.
Is it drinkable?
You're 17 years old. It's all good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, right on. That's cool. So it didn't fail. Your first brew, it was fine.
No.
Yeah.
First beer, okay.
Yeah.
Got lucky. Later ones got worse, and then got better. And just kind of
Very cool.
went through it.
Yeah. Bang it out. How about you, man? What kind of woes do you have?
I mean, it was pretty much the same thing. It was just like equipment limitations where I couldn't do enough, didn't have enough time to be able to brew more. Having a lot of problems that like now I fix through like other equipment, like not having yeast drop out, not knowing enough about conditioning time to let the beer condition enough before like trying to serve it. And like I always brewed this dark mild, and it always tasted like really messy and effed up. And then I'd wait like 2 weeks, and then and then it tasted like amazing. And I'm like, well, what the hell happened? I didn't realize until much later that, like the yeast dropped out, the beer actually had time to condition, the flavor to mature, all this kind of stuff. Couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. So that was fun.
That's cool. How'd it turn out? You get drinkability out of it? Or?
Dark milds on tap room right now. So
Right on.
it's the same beer.
Right on.
So yeah, it turned out pretty good. I'm here right now. For like homebrewers, YouTube is an amazing resource. I learned a lot from the Brewing Network, which is an internet radio station run out of Northern California. And there's so many great books from the Brewers Association and their subset, the American Homebrewers Association.